What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the streams. We're here for the Wright Brand 250 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Hope everybody's had a great Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon so far. Make sure you're hitting that like button. We're going to try to get to 100 likes before the end of this stream. We're here for some truck racing, and we're going to do truck racing next Friday night as well. So qualifying was rained out, so Christian Eckes is on the pole. So it should be an interesting race to see how this goes. Hopefully the rain holds off, and we're ready for some racing. I hope everybody's ready for some racing as well. And hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're trying to get to 12,800. That's our new goal for the next couple weeks here. 12,800, maybe 13,000. We'll see how that goes. But let's bring in the live audio of the FS1 broadcast, and then tonight we'll be bringing you the heat races. They're on FS2, so not a lot of people can watch that, but we'll be bringing that to you as well, so live here on the channel.
Two drivers, each with 2 wins apiece, very similar numbers in terms of their top 5s and top 10 performances. Corey had a 6.2 average finish to Christian's 7.7. So no question, these two have been class of the field throughout the season. But 1 week ago at Darlington,
Eric Almirola is not racing, huh? That's a bummer.
Who started second and started out the race very strong.
Ross Chastain is
right, he led the majority of those first 78 laps and won that first stage, and then on the restart he was back in third due to a bad pit stop side by side with teammate Dean Thompson. You see Dean get loose inside, turns Corey around as well, and that virtually ends his day, finishing 28th. Not the day they were looking for, especially not with a strong truck, right? He had control of the race, was dominant, and then just one bad pit stop that cost him only 2 spots. It wasn't like he went back to 15th, but those 2 spots put him on the outside. Grant Enfinger spun his tires. Next thing you know, he's in the wall.
Pretty unusual. I'm saying Corey Heim finished 28th in a Truck Series race. But you obviously are involved with the team. What were the conversations like this week to just help him put that behind him and focus on today?
Well, if you finish 28th on raw speed or a mistake you make, it looks a little different. But I think for Corey, he's always got his head in the game. He's not big emotions. You know, even when he wins, you know, it's hard to get a lot of emotion out of him. So I think that helps him in this scenario. When you get knocked down a little bit,
Heim could win it today. I'm going Ross Chastain for the win.
I think it allows you to come back, and that's what Corey's going to do this weekend. I mean, I think he's one of the favorites to win here. I know short tracks have been hard for him this year, especially against the guy you just talked about in Christian Eckes, but he'll be tough this weekend.
Yeah, and you know the thing about
that
Corey
like button.
is,
we're going to try to get to 100
you
likes.
unload at the racetrack
we'll need
every
some more
week,
folks to get in here
and
first.
you're the top of the board, and you're the fastest truck. You go there with confidence, and you know you're going to run well. So last week you just put it behind you. It's racing; those things happen, and unloaded this week, and he's one of the fastest trucks.
No surprise there. Corey Heim will definitely be one to watch going after the win out in North Wilkesboro. Some notable starters after qualifying was washed out earlier today. Christian Eckes, who we just heard from on the pole. Ross Chastain will start in the row behind him in third. Tanner Gray there in 8th, has been strong this season. Grant Enfinger in the 9 truck rolls off 9th. Corey Heim starts back in 12th. Raja Caruth will be 24th. Brendan Butterbean, Queen, making his Craftsman Truck Series debut, qualified 26th. We're getting closer and closer to racing.
Should be interesting to see how he does.
See all the trucks out on the griddle, over 14 minutes to the command. It looks like the weather's moved out, which is a very positive thing. More race day coming to you after this.
So about 14 minutes till the race command. I thought it was going to start a little earlier than that, but that's okay. We'll just kind of hang right here to get our likes up, and keep on subscribing to us if you would love to join our NASCAR community. We do NASCAR here every single weekend. Till next weekend, we're going to do all things Charlotte, starting with the truck race on Friday, Xfinity race on Saturday, and then the Sunday Coke 600. We'll also have qualifying and practice on Saturday as well. So, and we'll also be releasing a preview vlog on Friday morning. So you guys want to make sure all things NASCAR here, I'm sorry about that, on the channel. So ready to have some fun. You're going with the 98. Ronnie West says, I'm going Chastain. Back-to-back wins for Ross Chastain here. The 45, the melons. Protect your melons, farmers. I'm going with that, the 45. That's who I predicted to win this thing. Nick Sanchez could, Christian Eckes, he could run away with this thing if he gets going out front there. But Christian Eckes, Sanchez, and then Ross Chastain, Ty Majeski, Taylor Gray, Ben Rhodes, Chase Purdy, Tanner Gray, Grant Enfinger, Ty Dillon, Stuart Friesen in that 52 Toyota, Corey Heim there in 12th, Timmy Hill in 13th, Jackie Garcia in 14th, 15th, Matt Mills, Lawless Allen 16th, Jack Woods 17th, Daniel Dye 18th, 19th, Bailey Curry, 20th, Brett Holmes, 21st, Tyler Ankrum, 22nd, Mason Massey, 23rd, Lane Riggs, 24th, Raj Caruth, 25th, Matt Crafton, 26th, Brendan Queen, 27th, Spencer Boyd, 28th, Dean Thompson, 29th, Thad Moffitt, 30th, Connor Jones, Sammy Smith in 31st, Josh Rumue in 32nd, Stefan Parsons there in 33rd, Clayton Green in 34th, Trey Hutchinson in 35th, and Dawson Sutton in 36th. This is a small track. This should be some lap traffic going on. Pretty crazy here. We'll see how it goes. I'm going with Stuart Friesen. All right, there you go. So I'm going with the favorite here. I'm going with Chastain. I think he's going to win it. That's just my opinion. We'll see. Larson won it last year in that 7 truck, but is the 7 truck racing tonight? Oh, 7 there. Sammy Smith is going to be in that 7 truck today. Sammy Smith in the 7 truck. Spire Motorsports 7. So that should be interesting. It's Jake Garcia, not Jackie Garcia. Did I say Jackie? Sorry about that. Jake Garcia. Thank you for that correction. And let's bring in the audio.
Bumping and banging today.
Caution on the speedway.
Oh, trouble. Oh, no. Trouble.
Get through there.
If I'm dreaming, I hope I never wake up.
Let's go. Let's get this going. You're welcome, man.
North Wilkesboro is a special place, and Lane Riggs, a short track racer, would love to put his name in the win column, Todd.
Absolutely. I spoke with Lane yesterday, and he was pretty fired up after a great run at Darlington. You know, it's been a tough start to the season, but he's ready for this North Wilkesboro. He loves short track racing.
Starting 23rd. What about Sammy Smith, one of the special names in the field, a little interloper, if you will?
Yeah, he's taking advantage of this off weekend, as we talked about earlier, but got to be pumped up because this team's already won twice with Kyle Busch this year, so he knows he's in a great race truck. Going to go try to get it done later on the day.
He will start 31st for the race. Taylor Gray has been very impressive this season and starting close to the front, Todd.
Yeah, starting 5th today. Taylor has been so strong all year long. His racecraft has gotten better from last year. His speed has gotten better. Could today be the day that he gets that first win?
Let's go to Josh with Rajah Caruth.
Well, Caitlin, Rajah Caruth finished top 10 in both short
Keep hitting
tracks
that like
so far
button
this
for us.
season, but
Share the stream out.
It's a different beast at North
See if we
Wilkesboro,
can get to
especially with
100
the repave.
likes.
How did you feel after practice about what you got?
Yeah, Josh, it was interesting with the gear we have, how durable of a tire
Only
we
at
have.
16. Hit that like button for us. We're at 61 of us in here.
We can have a little bit of
Raj
a competitive race
Caruth.
today.
We see those 71s.
Honestly, pretty happy with my HendrickCars.com Silverado. We didn't make a mock run yesterday, but we'll see how it drives. So hopefully we can kind of get out the slump we've been having.
We have
and finally
emojis for you members.
For Mr. H and everybody at the Hendrick Automotive Group and the men and women at Spire and Team Chevy.
Appreciate your time and good luck, Rajah.
Thank you, Josh. We'll watch Rajah Caruth for sure. Time now for our race picks. Who you picking there, Trevor?
I'm getting predictable, guys. I got to go with Corey Heim. His last times were so good on the long run.
I like that, though. What are you saying, Tom?
I'm going out on the edge here. I think Brennan Butterbean Queen and his short track prowess.
No one picking Ross Chastain.
I'm going out on him, too. Pole sitter Christian Eckes, I think, can get his 3rd short track win. I think he could be the guy. So 3 very solid picks. We'll have to see how they fare.
Looks worse.
So for Todd, Trevor, myself,
you don't like the 14? The Boyer?
We're getting closer to racing out at North Wilkesboro, so it's time now to check in with the guys calling all of the action in the booth and say hello to Adam Alexander.
Thank you, Caitlin, and good afternoon, everyone. Today it is the 3rd short track race of 2024, but this is not just any short track. It is North Wilkesboro. So good to have you with us today as we bring to you the Wright Brand 250. And now we offer some drivers to watch. He's a late model sensation. Brendan Queen making his Truck Series debut today. Fastest in practice yesterday, but because qualifying was rained out, he rolls from the 26th position. His teammate is Corey Heim, always a favorite, really good on the short tracks. He's won twice this year, starts 12th today. And when you talk about short track racing this year, you have to mention Christian Eckes. Wins at Bristol and Martinsville, and after qualifying was washed out, he starts on the pole. He'll lead us to the green momentarily. Right now, we're going trackside. It's pre-race ceremonies for the trucks at North Wilkesboro.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as you are able and remove your hats. And veterans, render a hand salute as Fort Liberty Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome the Director of Congregational Development for the Holston Conference, Dr. Susan Arnold.
Would you join me in prayer? Gracious God, we love you and praise you for the blessings you are continuously pouring out upon us, and especially today on the Wright Brand 250 race. Thank you for this beautiful day and amazing North Wilkesboro racetrack. Give each driver and crew the courage to race hard and make bold moves with a heart that reflects your light. Keep all under your protection and safety, and grant your Holy Spirit favor on us, especially each driver and crew. In the ups and downs that fill every race, remind these drivers they can do all things through Christ who gives them strength. May the roar of the engines and the hum of the tires and all that is done and said in this race bring you all honor, glory, and praise. In the strong, matchless, amazing name of Jesus. Amen.
Here to perform our national
anthem. All right, USA in the chat, y'all. USA in the chat.
Songwriter and guitarist from Trap Hill, North Carolina, Presley Barker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right.
Barker and his performance of our national anthem.
There was some rain in the forecast, but it looks good right now. We are ready to race here at North Wilkesboro. Good to have you with us in the broadcast booth, everybody, with Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. So here we are. This is a great racetrack, and the field is deep, Michael.
Yeah, but the field we've got here, Adam, it's so exciting to be back at North Wilkesboro. Looking out the window here, the place is beautiful. The grandstands are full of folks that are here to enjoy this wonderful facility. New pavement on the road, but that's only half the story. The story is Benny Parsons' grandstand, the history, everything that this place has meant to NASCAR. Phil, you and I know a little bit about winning here. Your brother did, and my brother did.
That's right.
That's about all we know about it, though. But we know we love some truck racing, and today, the Wright Brand 250 could be the Opportunity 250. Wow. Was it ever tight yesterday in practice? Britain Queen the fastest? Can old Butterbean come from
It's
the back
on
and win
live.
this
Yep.
race?
Lloyd, what's up, buddy?
He starts 26.
What's up, JJ? Church JJ, what's going on?
You know, Adam, we're over halfway
We are
through the regular
live.
season. I want to
Make
look
sure
at
you're
a couple
sharing the
guys
stream
that
out,
are
hitting that
right
like
around
button. We're trying to get to
playoff
100
bubble.
likes.
One of those is the
We got a
Nine
ways to
Brand
go,
Entry. This is
y'all.
the guy that won 3
Help us get
races
there.
last year, second in points.
We're only at 21
They've
likes. There's
struggled
80 of
admittedly
us
this year.
here.
Only
Hope
2
y'all can
top
hit the
10
like
finishes,
button. You know
but
what to
that
do.
truck was really fast in practice. He had the 3rd fastest average speed over the entire practice session. And another guy I'm going to keep my eye on is Ben Rhodes, another driver that obviously a champion, 2-time champion of the series, defending champion. He struggled this year, only had 1 top 10 finish coming into last week. They swapped crew chiefs before last week, and he got to shipwrighted, had a 3rd place finish. Now
You're watching on Twitch. What's going on? I see you over there as well. Appreciate y'all, all the follows.
Average. So 2 of the guys I'm looking at were in the top 3 in average speeds yesterday, Michael, and I believe those guys will have something to say about who wins this race.
There's a lot of stress because do you chase the points? Do you play the strategy to get out front, have the track position, and win the race? It's going to be fun to watch it all unfold. It's North Wilkesboro for the Craftsman Truck Series. We're going green when we come back on FS1.
All right, make sure you guys are hitting that like button for us. We're at a commercial break. We're going to be bringing the live audio of the FS1 broadcast, and we're ready to have some fun today. So Christian Eckes on the pole as you guys are just joining us. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series qualifying was rained out due to the rain this morning, and looked like it was going to not rain in all race today at all, but they cleared up. They got the track dry. We had a great qualifying and pit stop competition stream just a little bit ago, so make sure you go over there and hit the like button for us on that. We're still shy about 30 likes for 100 over there, but I hope you guys are ready to have some fun. I'm ready to have some fun. And for all the Ninja watchers out there watching, make sure you say hi. We'd love to join us here in the chat. They love new people. So hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and let's see if we can get some more folks in here to watch the race with us as the Wright Brand 250 from the North Wilkesboro, North Carolina Speedway is on here in a second. Hi from the ATL, Jason. Good to see you. Jason, you a big Braves fan? Because we are a big Braves channel as well. We love the Braves. We had a great stream last night, though the Braves lost to the Padres. We did 3 games this week. We did 2 games against the Cubs and 1 game against the Padres. And then next week, we're going to get 2 games in, I think, for the Cubs. And 1, maybe an audio one on Monday for the Padres. Not sure yet. But make sure you guys are hitting that like button and helping us out. Share the stream out. And that really helps the channel greatly. We have memberships as well for 99 cents. If you guys want to have that, in the pin message above is all the emojis for each truck that we have for emojis. You can support your driver in any way that way. So I hope you guys are ready to have some fun. Me too. I'm ready. And we're bringing the live audio to you guys for the races. We're going to get drivers start your engines here in just a second. And then tonight around 4:30, we're going to be doing the NASCAR Heat All-Star Heat races. That'll be on FS2, and not a lot of people can watch that, so we'll definitely have that on FS2 for you guys tonight, and we'll be watching that, bringing you live audio. Hopefully they'll have some in-car cameras tonight. Hope so. We'll see. I'm not sure, but anyway, that's what our plan is tonight, to do the NASCAR Heat races for the NASCAR All-Star race, to set up the starting lineup for the Sunday's All-Star race. So I'm ready. And then next weekend, all things Charlotte, Coke 600, and then also a good possibility we'll be doing the Indy 500 on Sunday morning as well. So looking forward to a lot of racing next weekend. Trying to do 1,100 miles of racing next Sunday. So should be interesting if you guys let. And we'll watch Kyle Larson, since we are a NASCAR channel. We'll watch Kyle Larson race in the Indy 500. So just waiting on this music to be over, and we'll bring in the audio for the FS1 broadcast, and hope you guys are ready to have some fun. You're a Braves fan. Awesome, Jason. You'll love this channel, man. We do Braves here as well. So I just received a weather alert with a bad storm and big rain. All right, well, keep our JoJo, what's up? We'll see how it goes.
And clinch a spot in the playoffs.
Let me take a look at the radar. Let me see at the radar here. North Wilkesboro radar. Yikes. Oh boy. It's close. It's either gonna go right south of us or it's gonna go on top of us. Oh.
Hey. Drivers, start your engines.
That was cheap. It's gonna be a close one. If we can get halfway, we'll see. Cars are rolling here.
Jack is back. That was a nice way to get the afternoon started. Now we look at the lineup. It's the Wright Brand grid, and we're going 250 laps today.
Tom Majeski, Ross Chastain, strong row 2.
I'm telling you,
we get 125 in before it rains.
I can't pick a winner. It's going to be so much fun to watch.
Interested to see what Ford does this weekend.
And get those tires that are so durable.
Already started off strong for him with the pole with Joey Logano.
5, Ty Dillon, fresh off his first top 10 of the year, next to Grant Enfinger, one of the favorites from practice yesterday. He was so good in that session.
And when you talk about favorites and short tracks, you got to talk about Christian Eckes, don't you?
I think so.
Let's talk to Christian Eckes. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Hey, Christian, it's Michael Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy?
Yeah, man, got slide clear.
Well, it's good to be up front, isn't it? How do you stay there? What's the strategy? How's your truck yesterday? I know that's a lot of questions. Just sum it all up for me.
Yeah, that was a lot of questions. Let me try to remember them. Our truck yesterday, honestly, probably wasn't as good as it needed to be, but Charles and the boys made some good adjustments, I feel like. And we'll go race hard today, but yeah, the strategy kind of depends on what happens here. And I don't remember the third question, but I think that sums it up okay. We're okay, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time, Christian. Have fun.
Thanks, man.
He doesn't remember the third question, but he's hoping to get his third win
19.
of the year, right? Christian Eckes starting on the pole.
I'm Majeski, Ben Rhodes, Jake Garcia, and Lawless Allen.
See some drivers at the back of the field that maybe were good in practice yesterday and you anticipate would start up front, but unfortunately going to have some ground to make up when the green flag goes in the air this afternoon. Let's hear now from our pit reporters, Josh Sims, Regan Smith hanging out downstairs. We start things off with Regan. Hey there, Regan.
Well, good afternoon, Adam. It was a bit of good fortune yesterday for Ross Chastain. They broke a drive shaft in the truck because of an issue with the rear gear. That was good luck, though, believe it or not, because yesterday, a normal conventional 1-hour practice session compared to the normal 20 minutes they get. Ross told me, had it been a 20-minute practice session, they would not have found that problem and probably would not have had that issue until the start of the race today.
Protect your melons.
Coming off a win 1 week ago at Darlington, that team is carrying some great momentum, and they told me that it is very important, these races that Ross run, for them to validate everything that they do on a weekly basis. Look for him to be good.
I'm going Ross Chastain for the win. Let me see your predictions in the chat. Ross Chastain for me.
Butterbean is making his Craftsman Truck Series debut in the one truck for Tricon Garage today. And Queen really burst onto the NASCAR scene when he won a late model race right here at North Wilkesboro last year in a field that featured names like Dale Jr. and Kevin Harvick and Brad Keselowski. Well, the Truck Series is a different beast for him, but yesterday in practice, he shot to the top of the board on speed. He said that was a huge confidence booster with him that says he can race at this level. Today, another shot to make the name. Brandon Butterbean Queen, a household name in NASCAR, guys.
You bring up a good point, Josh. He didn't just win here a year ago. He beat some of the best at this racetrack. Let's relive it now. A huge moment in his career.
Yeah, it certainly was. And you can tell by the looks of the racetrack, that was quite a bit different. But
Richard's going to 98.
A lot more speed, and
Majeski.
And didn't miss a beat.
Who else you got, y'all? Let me see in the chat.
But, man, a dominating performance and just such a spirit. I really loved getting to know this kid and understanding what he's all about. So thankful to be here.
Let's go to Team One Radio.
Plenty of time here. I'll probably be a little bit conservative on the stack up here, but we'll make our way to the front. You know what to do. I know it's your first truck race, and you got the jitters, but you've climbed the lift more than anybody here, so just do what you do. You'll be fine.
26, but with strategy. Anticipate there'll be a number of cautions today. I'd say at some point that one truck's going to surface right at the front. Let's look now at our Craftsman track description, Michael.
You can see just over a half mile in length, 13 degrees of banking in the corners. uphill, downhill. You run uphill on the back straightaway, down on the front. Really a unique racetrack, and the fresh pavement obviously is probably the biggest story about the track itself today.
Let's take a look at our race analysis. This race is 250 laps, a little over 150 miles. Stage 1 is 70, stage 2 is 70, the final stage 110. You see that pit window? That's going to bring in that strategy. A lot of the teams were talking about stopping before the end of the second stage and then making it the rest of the way if the caution comes out at the right time. You see this race last year was won by Kyle Larson.
Thank you, Bill, for that subscribe. Appreciate you, Bill.
Onboard cameras, Michael.
Yeah, let's hop on board with Daniel Dye.
45 for the win, Jason says.
Onboard camera.
No onboard cameras today.
18th position
as usual.
At a top 10 the last time out, so look for good things for Daniel.
We're also going to ride along with Nick Sanchez. He's going to start from the front row. And this is the NASCAR Day Give-A-Thon camera. The NASCAR Day Give-A-Thon raised over $482,000 for 350 nonprofit organizations across the United States. The names of nearly 1,200 donors who gave at least $25 in the first 24 hours are featured on the truck's deck lid. Fans can still donate at NASCARGiveathon.org. Great cause.
That is really cool.
Check out that scoreboard. How cool is that? Those folks will be busy up there today. We talked about all the people coming from the back. Get their workout.
That is manual.
Let's go from one leaderboard to another. 9 races into the season. It's hard to believe only 7 to go.
Kyle Busch
we hit the playoffs.
ain't in the field, number 45 for the win.
Jason says. Sanchez, Caruth, plus
Corey Himes, the points leader, Christian Eckes.
Really tight when you talk about
in
those
second.
Drivers around the bubble, Michael.
Nick Sanchez in third, Caruth in fourth.
7 weeks because I don't
for your playoff
by any
leaderboard,
stretch of
the 4
imagination,
wins.
all the way down to Chase Purdy. Any of those trucks right there could win this race today and put themselves in the playoffs. It's going to be fun to follow.
This should be fun, y'all.
13 points separating 8th to 11th. And it takes me back to what we said in the open. How do you manage this race? We keep saying strategy, but it's not just strategy in the race. It's strategy, big picture, chasing points, chasing a win, and all the track position that could play such a huge role in the outcome this afternoon.
And that's why stage racing has really changed the dynamic of these races. That's the key. We know a lot of people around the cut line really feel like they need those stage points, but yet we talk to them down in the garage. Some of them are going to forego that stage 2 point if the caution falls at the right time.
I was going to add that. You know, we are commentators. We follow this sport closely. We understand all the nuances, but the caution flag flying at a certain time will change everyone's plan. It's not like that we don't know. It's just a situation.
Trucks have rain tires. I don't think so.
These crew chiefs have to call a race.
And remember last week at Darlington, I mean, Ty Majeski was going to take forward to their first win.
Keep hitting that subscribe, y'all. Thanks so much for subscribing and hanging out here.
Whole different ball game.
Are y'all ready to pull them belts one last time?
Is where the truck
Get ready. Is this a points race for the trucks? Yes, it is a
7
points race for the trucks.
This season, Eckes 2-0, starting on the pole today.
Normal race.
North Wilkesboro this afternoon. And then we take a break. IRP in Richmond late in the regular season, and we're running for a championship. Bristol and Martinsville reappear on the schedule. So you got to be good on the short tracks if you're going to win a title in 2024 when it comes to the Craftsman Truck Series.
This is tense time, too, for these drivers, knowing this fresh pavement. It's going to be difficult to pass. Push will come to shove before we get done here today.
Here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
There we go. Green flag. Takes the inside lane. To his right. Let's go, Racing Boys. We're off and rolling at North Wilkesboro.
Christian Eckes takes the lead.
Wide already, center of the backstretch.
Wasting no time. Grant Enfinger in the 9 getting aggressive in that low lane.
Christian Eckes running away with it. Come on, Chastain in second.
Into the bottom of the track into turn 1.
What's up, D?
Chastain at the 45 going for second.
Yeah, lap 3, exactly. Lap 3, we're going to honor Dale Sr., y'all. I forgot to put the 3 in the chat for the members.
Remember, we talked about it yesterday during the practice show. Unheard of speeds by these trucks. Never before did we see any speeds anywhere near how fast they're going now.
All right, lap 3, let's see it, y'all. On lap 3, we honor Dale Sr. right here.
We talk about all
put those 3s working, brother. Oh, put those 3s in the chat.
I'll see y'all later.
Redeem Dale.
If you'd like.
teammates for
We
position.
see those
White Orange,
threes.
99,
We honor
Ben
Dale
Rhodes.
Sr. right here at
Tucked
North
inside of his teammate,
Wilkesboro.
98 Ty Majeski. That's for 7th on track, and right behind them,
We see those
12th today,
threes.
Corey Heim trying to work his way to the top 5.
I'm going to tell you what, Phil, I am so impressed by
We
this
see those
pavement job.
threes.
They're running wide in the corners, down on the bottom. There's multiple grooves already in this race. I know there's some Cup drivers looking forward to this All-Star race, just grinning ear to ear right now how racy this place is.
And we got a glimpse of that during the All-Star practice last night. They moved that groove way
Thank you
up,
so much,
and we
guys.
saw Corey Heim using it. I started to say we see him using that. Now he's on the inside of Majeski.
Man, that's what race car drivers love. That's options. You give me a guy in my way, give me somewhere to get around him, and that's what they're doing.
There was a start violation on the 7 of Sammy Smith, so he'll have to serve his penalty, and that will really make things difficult for him as far as track position goes.
Matt Crafton's slipping back.
Like his lap 7 leading 2.5, almost 2.5 seconds already.
Back up to speed.
5 is Dean Thompson. Look at Heim go. Works his way
Nope,
to
we do
6th,
not have
going
any
to the
in-car
outside of
cameras
Sanchez,
today.
who started on the front row, 2 going.
They don't do any
in the
truck
wrong
races with
direction
in-car
early.
cameras. I
Ben
wish they
Rhodes
did.
nipping at that rear tailgate, trying to get underneath the 2 truck. Sanchez slides up a bit here. Can Ben make it work? We saw him running off the road last year off turn 2, Phil. I don't know that they'll be able to use that this year. We'll see.
There's the 88 we were talking about, Michael. Got squeezed down underneath that transition you were talking about.
Well, and that's where Matt Crafton ran last year. He would go off the track onto the apron, and I was running some laps.
Rhodes moving up to 7th, him and Sanchez battling for 7th.
From that flat up onto the racetrack. I don't see him using that.
And last year, there was so little grip on the racetrack that they could overcome that transition. Now, with all the pace we have on this brand new surface, I don't think they're going to do that.
First stage is 70 laps.
Look at that. Ben got to the bottom, but he can't complete the pass because of the multiple grooves we have here.
Old North Wilkesboro.
I think this is a lot racier than anybody really thought could be possible on this new pavement. Speedway Motorsports, everybody that's brought this place back together, and then this paving job, just a great weekend of racing.
11 laps in, and they're still wrestling for position just outside the top 5. Your leader is Christian Eckes. Chastain is 2nd, and look at the drivers running 3rd and 4th right now. Tanner Gray off to such a good start in 2024, and the driver behind him, one that really needs a shot in the arm, Ty Dillon. Been a slow go early in the campaign for that 25, top 10 last week, and here he is running 4th.
Yeah, talked to Shane Wilson, his crew chief, and Ty down in the garage area, and they said that they feel like they've had so much stuff go wrong that feel like they're on the right track.
We're also going to repeat. I'm predicting it. I'm predicting it alpha.
We're going to be better as this season goes on, and we're seeing that now, Adam.
Chastain, though,
Christian Eckes
almost a 3-second lead. Eckes has almost a 3-second lead now.
He's led every race today. Started on the pole, and he's in charge. We're 13.
All right, commercial break. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Hit that like button for us as you're coming in. We'd love for you to hang out with us and watch the rest of this race with us. Hopefully the rain stays away. We'll try to get to halfway before the rain moves in. Hopefully it won't, and it won't mess up with the heat races tonight. But we'll be having the heat races tonight around 4 o'clock or 4:15. I need to change the start time on our stream. But we'll be bringing Heat 1 and Heat 2 for the setup for the All-Star race. Tonight we had the qualifying this morning for the pit crews. Pit crew where Christopher Bell's team won the pit crew challenge, but Joey Logano got the pole for P1 race 1 and on the pole for tomorrow's All-Star race. So hope everybody's having a great Saturday afternoon. Thanks for hanging out with us. I know it's in the middle of the afternoon. I got a lot of graduations and stuff going on, but for the ones that have joined us here, we appreciate you. For the ones on Twitch, we appreciate you as well. Thanks so much for watching. We're on Twitter as well. Watch on streaming on Twitter too as well. So hope everybody's doing well. What's up, Beth? Good to see you. Mount Billy dropping those watermelons. That's for sure. I think I'm going watermelon man for the win. No Kyle Busch in this one. Eric Almirola was going to be in this race, but because they did not qualify, he was unable to make the field. So we'll see. But we do have Sammy Smith in that 7 Spire car. No Kyle Busch. But Ross Chastain trying to catch Christian Eckes down to a 2-second lead for Ross Chastain. So should be interesting to see what happens here as they are moving along. But we honored Dale Sr. at lap 3. We appreciate all the likes on that. And keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes today. And let's see where we are on the likes. Where are we on the likes? We are at 46, so we're halfway to 100. So keep on doing that. And then later on this, we'll be putting in the link for the heat races tonight. So hope everybody's ready to have some fun with me today on a Saturday. All racing here today on the Go at CeeLo. And then coming up next weekend, we will be doing all things Charlotte, the 600 weekend, everything that involves that weekend we'll be doing, except the qualifying for the trucks and the Xfinity, but in the practices. But we're going to be doing the race on Friday night for the trucks, the Saturday practice and qualifying, and then Saturday Xfinity, and then Coke 600 on Sunday. And then we're going to follow Kyle Larson, hopefully, on the Indy 500 on Sunday as well.
Year. Powering the race from green flag to checkered and every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven.
I can't remember, Bronny, do you remember the number that Almirola was going to run in?
And he just goes where they're not, Phil. Down in turn 1 and 2, he's on the bottom. Last lap, he was up top trying to make that same pass, but he is moving.
From 12th to 4th in just over 20 laps. That's pretty good.
The 16,
gotcha.
gotcha.
At the top of the show about the 9 and the 99 being the second and third fastest trucks on average. Corey Heim was the fastest truck on average during that practice session yesterday.
Ty Majeski just went to 8th on the scoring pylon, Josh.
Well, Adam, we know that when it comes to short track racing, Ty Majeski is always a factor to win. Well, yesterday in practice, they just couldn't get that truck the way they wanted. He told me they were both sides of it, too loose, too tight. They knew today they were going to have to work on it to get it right in this race. Started 4th, dropped back to 9th. Now he's moving his way back.
You see those 98s from Majeski.
Hit his marks, be patient, and they'll get him right. Regan?
Well, Josh, as we talk about trucks who are fast on average speed yesterday, one of those that maybe didn't pop up quite as much, the number 19 of Christian Eckes. But right now, things are going very well for Christian Eckes. The truck just a little bit edgy around the corners, more so than
the subscribes
I
as
spoke
well.
to him this morning. He told me if he got a top 10 today,
fun today, but I
happy.
can't wait till next Sunday's
Maybe changed a little bit.
2 races. I know, Lloyd.
Not even halfway through the opening stage.
Yeah, I've been looking at a Indy Live app that's going to give us some great feedback for the race.
Every
so
lap today, and he's
it's like $10
letting every race
to subscribe to it. So
is that better?
Yeah, I'll do that.
He knew we were going there.
Knew exactly what you meant. He's good.
Yeah.
It supplies you with in-car cameras,
And I love
a
this.
live
down
virtual
3 and 4.
track
This
with
is
the
so
cars
cool to
going
watch.
around it, plus a leaderboard. It's going to be great.
Daniel Dye battling alongside Grant Enfinger.
What a racy racetrack this new pavement has become. Way more racier than it was on the old pavement last year.
Last year, it was all you could do to keep your truck straight. You couldn't really get very aggressive because of the lack of grip. Now they've got all this grip and multiple grooves. And
We'll
it's
see
turning
if
into
Larson
quite a
can
show.
do it. Rain's going to be the only factor. And he's already said
There's
if it
that
rains at
camera
Indy,
run
he's
with
leaving.
Daniel Dye before the race. He's making a nice move here. But Daniel.
Fairly bumper, clear, clear, clear.
Back out there, clear. That's what a driver wants to hear, isn't it? Clear.
The problem is if he wins, what happens? Like, he's got to stay there and take pictures and stuff. He's not going to have time to come to go to the 600.
That yellow truck.
What's up, Donald? What's going on?
Really good about his pace yesterday. Doesn't look like that's translating.
What if he wins? What happens then?
That's a gaggle for 12th.
It'd be amazing. But what happens then?
Chase Purdy, the Bama Buggies truck on the inside.
We'll be like, can we take these pictures later?
Blue truck,
can we
right
come back?
Now,
can I come back and take pictures later?
And here comes Lane Riggs. We know how good he is on the short tracks. This is his bread and butter, and he's got a nice truck here today.
Saw his dad Scott in the garage yesterday. Not too far from his hometown. Got to be fun for him to get to race here at North Wilkesboro.
Going to make the move underneath that 9 of Grant Enfinger.
Get Lane Riggs moving on up.
Clear him. I think he's going to do just that.
I love it. We've seen
small
trucks
flight.
Make speed on the bottom. We've seen them make it in the middle, and then the trucks even higher have made speed.
And we've seen them 3 wide, and we'll see that again.
They'll secure that sucker until
Lane almost.
he's like, I'll come back and get that, guys. I got to go.
Shut.
Well, there's so much involved after the 500 win.
A lot of speed still.
Be crazy.
They're running around 19 flat seconds wise. That's a lot of pace.
That's lower than.
Oh, thanks, Lloyd. I appreciate it, man.
And
it is fun.
The 35th green flag lap in a row. That's good stuff.
Go Larson, Beth says. So this is just moving on. 35 laps to go in stage one.
A little bit there against Bailey.
Just kind of racing. Eckes 1.51 second lead. Chastain kind of slowing, getting in on it.
Making that dive bomb into the corner. He'll roll up behind Bailey Curry.
Bailey used that 22 truck of Joshua Elm for a pick. Excuse me.
Where's that Queen kid? Let's look. There he is, an 18th spot.
There's Butterbean.
Brendan Queen in that one car, 18th spot. His first truck race ever. Already got cars lapped down. Sammy Smith in that 7. Continuing another bad run.
Second, 15 Tanner Gray is third. Look out, fellas, I'm coming through.
Oh, tight as Stephen Parsons is going a lap down here. These guys battling all over him.
Stephen, the first truck, 1 lap down. He'd love to see a caution get that.
I'm trying to pass Chastain.
Yeah, it's decent pace, but because that truck doesn't run full time, had to start way towards the back of the field.
You're welcome, Beth.
Heim gets his teammate Tanner Gray for third, and now goes to work on Chastain, last week's winner. I'm looking at Ty Dillon back behind them. He's run more laps inside the top 5 today than he had been in the top 5 all season long. So him in the top 5 has been something that's really impressive for that race team. Regan?
Well, Adam, you guys noted a little while ago, Grant Enfinger sliding back through the field right now, continuing that slide as we see him losing another position right now. Just reported to the team that he is extremely tight, a number 4 out of 10 tight with that truck right now. Told crew chief Jeff Stankiewicz that I think our air pressures are too high, so look for some big adjustments on this first stop for him.
And Regan battling inside of him is Lawless Allen. Lawless with another solid run. He's been real competitive as of late, and that's good to see him get into a position to run up toward the top 10.
Yeah, he's had 3 finishes just outside of the top 10 this year. I think a couple 12th and an 11th. They're doing a nice job here. There goes Butterbean to the inside of Lawless.
That one truck's got a lot of pace. We heard the talk between he and the spotter. Just take your time.
Ben Rhodes hanging in there. That's right, Alpha.
Just that. Up inside
6th place.
The top 20 here.
Say every lap that he runs has got to build confidence as he works his way toward the top 15. 27 to go stage 1. Halfway today would make an official race. I say that because there is a threat of rain here at North Wilkesboro. No threat out front. It's been the Christian Eckes show so far.
Only problem about this track is the leader gets out, it's gone. The leader's fast, he's gone. But Christian Eckes, the lead is now dwindled to 1 second. He's gotten into lap traffic as well, but Ross Chastain almost he was behind him for 2 seconds or more. So Chastain now within almost a half a second now of Christian Eckes. 45, I predicted him to win. But yes, Eckes is in lap traffic, kind of holding him back, but there is Ross Chastain going to the outside, reeling in Christian Eckes. He's got 1 more lap car between both of them as they're going into the turn. But Ross Chastain taking it high around that lap car. I'm not sure what number that is, but now he sees his sights on Christian Eckes, as Christian Eckes now of 1 more car of lap in front of him. But here comes Ross Chastain. Chastain coming up. As we're watching side by side. That's why I get to watch this here, giving you what I can do. We'll bring back the audio here in just a second. But Chastain trying to get this stage win. 23 to go. I think he can catch him now. There's no cars between Eckes and Chastain as they're going into turn 1 again, as they both go high. Chastain looking to find Eckes, and then Corey Heim right behind Chastain, not too far behind after that. So here's 1, 2, 3 right behind each other. No lap car. Oh, we almost had a caution there. A couple cars got into it. Looked like it was Ben Rhodes. Ben Rhodes in a lap car, the 32. Ben Rhodes in the 32 got into it as Ben Rhodes was going low. The 52 maybe that it is. Stuart Friesen That's what it was. No, 32 of Brent Holmes. Brent Holmes almost had a caution there, but Crafton, no, Ben Rhodes, I'm sorry. Ben Rhodes got into a little bumper damage as well on his front bumper. No caution, though, but Ben Rhodes does have some damage on that right front bumper as he's crossing the finish line right now. 19 laps to go. Heim trying to make a run on Chastain, but Chastain still in P2. Christian Eckes back up to a second and a 1/100th of a second lead. And back to the audio.
8 laps to go, stage 1. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing at North Wilkesboro. Christian Eckes leads. Ross Chastain is second. Corey Heim is third. Those 3 drivers have combined to win 5 of the last 6 in 2024. And so far, they appear to be the ones that will decide it here this afternoon. Strong run at the front for that trio. And just behind them in 6, Ben Rhodes, the reigning champ, a little banged up with that 99.
This happened coming down the front straightaway. Squeeze play here, it looks like, Phil.
Yeah, Tom Majeski on the inside, Brett Holmes on the outside.
Just not enough room. And Ben Rhodes suffered some pretty major damage to that right front corner.
And Majeski got lucky there.
Let's go.
He was the inside car.
Absolutely killed. You're going to have to make a piece on the shop. From the headlights to 12 o'clock, that whole piece is pushed down in front of the tire. Should be able to pull that back out, but you're going to need to really do some artwork.
I don't know if we got time to do really artwork, do we?
Don't have time to do some artwork. He's lucky that tire ain't getting touched.
Talk about the speeds here, upwards of averaging 125.
15 to go in stage 1.
40-something into the corner, you think?
I would think so, for sure, yeah. At least I think the material is there. Maybe they could pull it out, put some Barabon on it, and have it stay there.
This duo had run down Christian Eckes, and they got to battling, and Eckes is driven away now.
And that last lap by Ben Rhodes was below 19 flat, Michael, so that truck still has speed.
Still under a second, though. Just him and Chastain and Heim battling.
That stopwatch saying, we might not do much to this thing. We might be all right.
It is a short track, after all, right? You have to have some wounds at the end of the day if you're going to be successful here.
There's that battle for second.
We've got a caution on track.
And a caution.
Report of rain here at North Wilkesboro.
Dang.
And
12 to go in the stage.
There's the bit of precip. You can see the clouds off turn 2. Look like they are producing a little bit of rain behind the track. Some of it has crept up here.
See, that yellow truck just went by the flag stand. That's Matt Crafton. Big break for him. He was the next truck.
So 11 to go here.
Hit list to put a lap down.
Tony says,
big break for Mason
love this
Massey
track,
too.
seen Earnhardt, Labonte, Bodine, Wallace, Martin, and the last race, 96, Jeff Gordon. Yes, sir.
Massey in 26th.
And rain in the area.
Now, the people could actually flip this stage.
Let's take a look at the radar.
Stop now and get that track position for the people that want to stay out till the end of the stage to get those stage points.
Talked about our top 3, Eckes, Chastain, Heim. Good start to the afternoon for Tanner Gray. Ty Majeski has been solid. A damage.
It looks like it's not that heavy cell can stay to the north. We should be all right.
All that time in the top 5 is
the rest that's coming is just evaporating.
Tricon Toyota in the top 10 in the form of Taylor Gray. And Jake Garcia is 10th, looking for his first top 10 of the year.
10 laps to go here.
Really, really good practice session yesterday. I noted, I wrote down, watch the 13 because a lot of pace there, and it's good to see him up in front.
Eckes can keep first place, hopefully, after the restart.
So far is Brendan Queen. He's up 11 spots, so made it to the top 15 so far.
Another 60 laps. We're halfway.
Good time for a reset, right?
Yeah.
You go 26 to 15th. You set it plus 11. Now you get a caution, a little reset, and gather up and go again. And far more educated about what he's doing now than he was when this thing went green earlier.
And all the crew chiefs and the engineers on the pit box are adding these caution laps because that's going to improve their fuel mileage when they talk about whether they're going to employ some strategy. Almost every bit of strategy needs some caution laps.
Let's get some radio from race leader Christian Eckes.
Problem is there's rain in the area here. Like if they open it here, it's going to be a screwed up mess because we got to go to the end of the stage no matter what, and then if it rains, we got to put tires on or stop.
Is that the Rock and a Hard Place
88.
I think it is.
Nation, Patrick, what's up?
Pit road is open, and we have some takers. No big surprise here. Regan?
Well, Adam, the 45 of Ross Chastain off to a fast start today. Right now running in the second position. Told the team he needs the back of the truck to be just a little bit freer, but also in the track a little bit more. So a difficult adjustment there. The 19 of Christian Eckes, your leader right now. He is free.
Four tires for Chastain, 4 tires for Eckes.
With the brake, a little bit tight center for him. And the 11 of Corey Heim needs just a small adjustment for the center and exit.
See, Corey Heim's going to beat Christian Eckes off pit road.
Pit stop's coming with 8 laps to go in the stage.
You can see those 4 trucks that stayed out there. Ben Rhodes with the damage. He said, I'm not worried about it. I got a lot of pace, as you pointed out, Phil. Ty Majeski leading this race.
We knew strategy would be big, and it's already playing out. A fun run to end stage 1 when we return to North Wilkesboro.
All right, so caution on the track due to a little bit of rain that's north and west of the track. Nothing major where we lose the track, but hopefully we can get this in. Another 60 laps is halfway, so we'll see if we can get there. They did 60 laps pretty quick, so we did 60 laps in about an hour, so I think we can get this all in. Hopefully the rain that's coming from the west kind of looks like it's evaporating as it gets to North Wilkesboro, but there is some heavy stuff out there north and west of the track. But rain's been a question all weekend here so far at North Wilkesboro. Yesterday canceled the open qualifying, so Ty Gibbs and Alex Bowman will be on the pole for the open tomorrow, and then tonight and then tomorrow Joey Logano will be on the pole for the All-Star race, and then also he'll be on the pole for Heat 1, and Brad Keselowski, winner last week at Darlington, breaking that long streak and the Ford streak, finds himself on the pole for Heat Race 2 that we'll both carry tonight on our channel. Heat Race 1 and Heat Race 2, they're both 60 laps, a mandatory caution of 4 tires at lap 30, and then go from there. So that is, and they'll be on also a hard prime tire, and I think they go to the soft tire, but they're starting on the soft tire on the heat races, I believe. I think that's true. Also, we have a vlog that we released yesterday. Make sure you go check that out. It is our weekend preview, All-Star Race weekend preview with a lot of paint schemes and stuff like that as well. Go and check that out. Give it a like and go from there. Why is Logano in first for tomorrow? So they said that whoever wins the pole for the heat race, P1, will get the pole for the All-Star race as well. So Logano gets to keep his pole for the Heat Race 1 and gets the pole for the All-Star race tomorrow. So, though I think because Christopher Bell's team won the Pit Crew Challenge, he should have gotten extra points and seen if he could have gotten past Logano with the time there. I know it's a driver pit crew thing, but if they're going to center the pit crews big time on this, they should have let Christopher Bell have the pole. But it is what it is, and we'll see how it goes. But also, I think NASCAR missed the mark today on the cameras as well. I mean, the cameras always show the pit stops. If you want to make these guys all about these guys today, they should have done the in-car camera. So here we go, back to it.
Top 7 trucks stayed out. Corey Heim, who won the race off pit road, will restart 8th here, depending on the choose. Eckes, Chastain, the rest of the top 10.
Oh, is that what it is? He gets to pick his pit? Okay, well, then that's okay. I understand that then.
This is going to be
if
fun.
That's true,
yes,
then that's
this has
cool.
already been fun for me. I can't imagine that they would be running right out next to the wall. But
that's good because that helps them in the track. So that's fine.
Going to have a short run to the end of this stage. Stage points are on the line.
Sammy Smith was way back there.
It's going to be an all Thor sport.
Majeski, Ben Rhodes.
The radio, the 98 at Ty Majeski.
Taylor Gray. I think Taylor Gray is going to win this stage.
Tires are that'll dictate probably whether we fit at the end of this yellow or not. I guess we probably made our bet. We're probably just staying out until the end of stage 2 if we get there.
I like it.
Lots of games being played.
Strategies all over the board now.
With that rain in the forecast.
Stage 1. Majeski with a jump in that outside lane.
Keep hitting that like button, y'all. We're trying to get to 100 likes. There's 163 of us here. I really haven't pushed it much. I would like to get to 100 likes.
First time we've said his name today.
Ross takes him 3 wide.
We're at 59 likes, so let's see if we can get that for us. Help us get to 100 likes for this stream.
Corey Heim won the race off pit road. He's leading that group that came down and made pit stops. See him there in the 11 inside of Ty Dillon.
Yeah, no surprise that Tricon Garage team performed on pit road.
Final
Where's Eckes now? Eckes is...
Taylor Gray is 4th.
Corey Heim peeking into that battle for 3rd.
19th, he's in 7th.
See if he can get around the 17 of Taylor.
There's Chastain back in 11th.
Short track racer, a little strategy, gets Majeski out front, and he finishes the deal. 98.
And Majeski with the stage win
of 2024. Rhodes was 2nd. Carruth was
now the
3rd.
key is
Taylor
the guys that did stay out, they're not going to pit.
The top 5. Ty Majeski.
He said they'll just stay out till stage 2. So this should be interesting. Sammy Smith gamble paid off. I think he's going to get his lap back. Yep. Yeah, he was 1 lap down, and then now he's back on the lead lap. Just stopping by to drop a like. Thanks, Lenny. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. As we are in stage 2 now. Stage 2. Keep on hitting that subscribe. Keep on hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes for this stream. I'd love to get there since we didn't get to the last stream. I think that's our first one, but we were only on for less than an hour. Plus, it was rainy. But we had a good turnout, over almost 200 folks here with us last stream. So I hope everybody's doing well. And we'll see if Ty Majeski, Ben Rhodes, and Carruth hit. Because Taylor Gray, Heim, all those guys back pitted already. So we'll see what happens here after this caution happens. Only had 1 caution due to the threat of rain, couple raindrops. But everybody's going to be on gambling because this is a race that could end in 60 laps or less now. So 50-some laps, halfway gets you the final race. And, they'd want to do that instead of running it tomorrow. They'll just cut it. So we're definitely going to have to look. Teams are going to have to gamble and figure out what's going to happen. What a finish for stage 1 for Ben Rowley. I know. Yeah, so Heim, Gray, Carruth, Ben Rhodes, and Majeski. Eckes and all those behind down. Did Ty Dillon pit as well? I don't think Ty Dillon pit either. All right, keep on hitting that subscribe. We're trying to get to 12,800 and hopefully go to 13,000 by next weekend. That's our goal, to get to 13,000 by next weekend. And then coming up in June, hopefully we'll give you all of the races in the month of June. Now tomorrow, I will not be able to do any of the races tomorrow. My daughter's graduating from high school and will be unavailable. So I don't know, maybe possibly y'all. I'm thinking about showing the All-Star race in our Discord. If you guys would like to join our Discord, we would love to. I'd be showing the race in the Discord. So if you guys would like to do that, make sure you join our Discord. We can put the link in the chat as well for the Discord. But I'm possibly going to be doing that tomorrow, showing our race in the Discord for tomorrow's All-Star race. Now tonight, the heat races are on FS2, and I'll be bringing that to you as well.
One complete for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here at North Wilkesboro. It's the Wright Brand 250 with Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander, Regan Smith, Josh Sims hanging out on the pit lane. And now we get another question.
30 more likes to 100, y'all. Help us get there.
Strategy, right?
Well, pit road is open now.
Let's see what these boys do.
Point breakdown from stage 1. It's drivers from ThorSport getting it done.
we're split up front. Majeski's going to stay out. Ben Rhodes is going to come to pit road and lead several more down pit lane.
I'm thinking that.
Let's go to Josh.
I mean, their tires are going to wear out eventually, where the boys that pitted will not.
But of course, the biggest concern is that damage to the right front. They're going to pull out the fender and try and fix that thing.
Ben Rhodes trying to get fixed here. Taylor Gray as well.
Here comes the 17 of.
But Majeski's going to stay out, and his tires are going to get wonky.
It's really important for the driver to stop on his marks. This pit stop is choreographed out to the nth degree.
This is a quality stream. Thanks, Ralph.
That gives the team the best chance to perform the pit stop perfectly.
Yeah, all year long, the top picker on pit road, the 17 of Taylor Gray.
Our reigning champ Ben Rhodes came in just above the playoff cut line at +5. He gets 9 stage points there, and those are big as he tries to make his way back to the championship chase, make the playoffs, and defend his title. Ty Majeski leading as we get ready for stage 2.
It's cool. You're watching Indy qualifying. How's he doing?
Made progress with her mental health, but her medication
How's he doing?
Unintentional
We're at a commercial break. How is he doing? I'm definitely going to be, I think I've decided I'm going to definitely do the Indy 500 on Sunday, next Sunday. And I'm going to join that app and I'm going to take a look at it. It should be fun. Looking forward. P6. Wow. Good deal. So is it over? Who got the pole? Who got the pole? Indy cars or something. What's up? Definitely going to do it. It'll be fun. You forgot? Must not have been too impressive. Must not have been too impressive. But I heard that you can qualify all day. So it's not over with? Is it all day? Stuff I don't know about Indy. I don't watch much Indy stuff. But with Kyle Larson being in the field, I figured, hey, let's do it. We'll have fun. We'll figure it out. All day. Yeah. That'll be a long stream to be qualifying all day. Keep hitting that like button, y'all. We're in stage 2. Ty Majeski wins. He's going to stay out. Him and Carruth are staying out. So these guys are going to watch these guys' tires. They haven't pitted all yet. Everybody else is on 4 fresh tires. Everybody will be on 4 fresh tires, except, half the field will mean 8 laps or so, but that's not really big of a difference. But, see. Sammy got his lap back. And 4 fresh tires. Sammy Smith, sorry, he's the last car on the lead lap, and that's 7 Spire. There's Ben Rhodes after pitting. He had that issue with the right front bumper. And there is your field. We're in stage 2. AAU Triton making me do. Ha ha. Ha. There you go, Triton. I should have been a car chief. I would have told Eckes to stay out and take the points lead. I know. I guess he's like, don't need him. Don't need him. Good to see you, buddy, Triton. Just waiting on it to come back here for you. Bring back the live audios. We're under caution here for stage 2 break.
Had a round of pit stops.
Oh, the 76 took the...
That's Spencer Boyd in the 76, taking the jack with him.
He took the jack with him.
He's down there somewhere.
He's certainly down there, and we know what a jack man he was back in the day.
Yeah, that thing's going to turn over here in just a minute.
Jeff won many races right here at North Wilkesboro back in the day.
We talked to him in the garage this morning, talk about winning 5 races in a row here with DW.
That was mandatory if you drove for Junior Johnson. You better come up to here and go to victory lane.
Hey, I want to pop Sammy Smith.
Will Powers on the pole. Thank you, Ronnie.
Had to do the pass-through penalty somehow. Was only 1 lap down, but was
Spencer
able to
Boyd pulling a Joey Logano
position. And he is now back on the lead lap, got his tires, and we'll see what he can do as we get going here in stage 2.
Is Sammy already a winner in his early career in the Xfinity Series? Won at Phoenix, I believe, last year.
Last spring for Joe Gibbs Racing. Made the move this year to Junior Motorsports, driving an Xfinity car
What number
full-time.
is
And we see him
Butterbean?
every once in a while running in the Truck Series. Had a top 10 earlier this year at Martinsville, did Sammy Smith.
7 Trucks been to victory lane a couple times this year with Kyle Busch.
Let's go over
Is this
the
on FS1? Yes.
Because there's a whole lot going on here, Phil.
And then tonight the heat races are on FS2.
Pages of the book that we could use for this strategy. We know right now that Ty Majeski, this is the Window World pit window. You see Ty Majeski, we're assuming he's going to do one stop. He has not stopped yet. Christian Eckes has already stopped, cannot make it to the end of the race. So we assume he's going to make 2 stops, and there's going to be some stuff in between. Obviously, if we see any more precipitation, that could change things as well. But I think a lot of people will fit into these 2 categories on the Window World pit window of 1 or 2 stops.
I agree, and the second stop will come if the caution
he's
flies at
P12 on the restart
of the race for those guys to get to pit road before the stage.
5 minutes from the track, man,
and
and it's pouring rain. Keep our fingers crossed.
Don't look great behind the spotters.
It is north of the track, very close.
Now.
As long as there's no lightning.
We did hear there was some lightning in the area. So
just jinxed it.
Lost a few of our camera folks. They had to leave their positions to come down and get out of the elements.
I think they're bringing the field down pit road and stop.
Yeah, that lightning is going to hold things up here.
So that's 30 minutes.
Chance of some thunderstorms, and we're hopeful based on the radar that it'll stay to our north, but you can't flirt with lightning, and so with that, we are going to red flag the race.
I'm sorry, y'all. I did it. Yep. I'm sorry.
Well, we had it all teed up, Phil. We got to the end of that stage.
So that's 30 minutes right there from that first strike.
Have varying strategies. Now we're going to stop and think about it for a bit.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's a wild-looking shot, isn't it?
Whew. That is close to the track.
It's been crazy this week here in the Carolinas. Beautiful sunny morning.
We had that sunshine just before we went green, and in theory, you're like, this is a good thing. But unfortunately, that can help stir up the atmosphere, and I think it's done just that. Hopefully, this will pass by, and we can return to the green flag before too awful long.
Have you gone for lessons with Larry Mack on meteorology?
No, I have
not.
You
have not? Okay.
I know, that's my fault.
No.
It's my bad.
Ty Majeski in that 98.
Let's dial him up. What do you think, Michael?
Let's see if he'll talk. Hold on, I got to get my channels sorted out here. He's having has a fast truck here. Old Tim Duggar, the country music singer, he's on the back of that truck. Let's see if we can get old Ty to chat. Ty Majeski, it's Michael Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy?
Got you guys loud clear.
Well, buddy, you're got a fast truck in a great spot. How frustrating is it here to be sitting on pit road?
It's a bummer. Obviously, I have a good Road Ranger Ford F-150. Fired off a little bit free, but that definitely paid dividends at the end of that run as the track rubbered in. The track tightened up a lot. Came to us, felt like we were one of the better trucks there at the end of that long run, and got a stage win and an important playoff point. So, yeah, I'm not sure how the strategy is going to work out. It'll be interesting to see how much tires are worth. I know we got the 11 and the 19, a couple back from us. So be interesting to see how the race plays out. Hopefully we can keep this thing up front, and hopefully the tire fall off isn't too much and the new tires don't mean too much, and we can stay in front of this thing.
I'm sure Joe told you, but Phil and I were looking at the timing and scoring, and your fastest lap was 18.75 on lap 54. Just before that stage ended, you're in an 18.77. That's 0 fall off. So you've got a good handling truck, and it's taking care of those good years.
Yeah, Goodyear brought a strong tire, not a lot of fall off, which means, not too much strategy, but obviously we've seen the strategy split here, so hopefully we're on the good end of it and have all the trust in the world and Joe Shear. We win and lose as a team, and that's our motto, and hopefully we can get one hopefully this afternoon.
All right, see if you can take old Tim Duggar to victory lane with you.
That's right. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
I knew we were going to slide.
Thanks for the subscribe too as well, guys.
He's a NASCAR guy, though, man.
Big time.
Yes. He was here to do a concert last night, and he loves
red
racing. And
flag.
so we like celebrating the people that love what we do.
Red flag is out.
Hey, from Michigan. Also, Mark. Appreciate you being here, Mark.
Wilkesboro. Stage 1 is done. Ty Majeski, the man in charge on the short track.
So normal sports etiquette for lightning is 30 minutes to the last lightning strike. So 30 minutes to the last lightning strike. Hopefully, let's take a look at the radar. Let's take a look at the radar. North Wilkesboro Speedway radar. Stand. No, I don't want that one. I remember what that one was that Rick told us about. You're welcome, Mark. Appreciate you being here. All right, let's see. Wilkesboro. So there's that big storm right there. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look. Let's see if we got in-car camera it. So there is. Let's push play. So it's moving away. So that big storm that we thought was going to rain. Oh, where'd that come from? That says 8 o'clock tonight. So that's not good for the heat races. Let's see. This is live right now. So it's moving away. And then 5, that's when the heat races start. When does this rain here? Boom. So the heat races need to be over with because they're showing rain around 6:30 tonight for the truck races, for the heat races. But that is right. This is live now, right here. Right there. So that's how close it is right now to us. That is it.
We are ready to go at North Wilkesboro.
Larson's one of the favorites today.
No matter what he gets in, he's a competitor that can win the race.
He's been on dirt tracks that have more grip.
So they're going to show part of this race now.
New leader, it's Kyle Larson. A dominating performance. 3rd career victory for Larson comes at North Wilkesboro.
Once he got control of this race, he never gave it up.
When he shows up, he's a threat. Doesn't matter what series, what track. Kyle Larson is one of the best in the business. And tomorrow on FS1, we got the All-Star race, so we look forward to that. Where, oh, by the way, he is the defending winner. Larson got the $1 million last season. All-Star race tomorrow. The Open begins at 5. Race goes down at 8 Eastern time. It's all on FS1 of the Fox Sports app.
Is he so good that you're just going to make him start last? Is that what it is?
It sounds like that's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, don't count him out for sure. I like his odds.
The reason he's starting last, he couldn't be here to qualify his car today because he's in Indianapolis getting set for next weekend's 500 as he prepares to do the double, and he was fast there as well. Here's some of the highlights from Indy.
He had an issue early on in his first attempt at qualifying, and he had some sort of a warning in the dash. There's some practice.
Something in the water. Who's Brendan Queen? He's new.
And
he's in 12th spot.
241 yesterday, and I thought I saw today that he hit 242 in that opening run that you were talking about, Phil.
Yeah, unbelievable. And then they got the car repaired. He went back out, and right now he's up in the top 10. More than likely will make the top 12. That will run again tomorrow.
But very comfortable when it comes to making the field.
That right there, that storm moving
There's
out.
always so much anticipation.
Then we should be good.
Anytime we have a driver that runs at Indy and at Charlotte. Last time we saw it 10
and that's
years
later
ago
tonight.
Kurt Busch not only did it, but did it quite successfully.
kind of quiet here at North Wilkesboro. It seems a little strange, doesn't it? Truck sitting idle on pit road, but this place, the legend lives on, and it does. Thanks to Marcus Smith and Dale Jr. and everybody that put their heads together and opened this place.
No one has won a double. Never, yeah.
NASCAR
That's never happened before.
Here at North Wilkesboro.
That'd be crazy.
Michael, in the top of the show.
But that's what I was saying. Like, if he wins...
I've never seen a
like
fan
what
base
happens
that appreciated
if he wins?
NASCAR coming back to somewhere or coming somewhere originally like they have here in Wilkesboro.
Donnie Allison won the Coke 600 and finished
red
fourth.
Flag here at North Wilkesboro because of lightning. The studio takes over when we return. Caitlin, Todd, and Trevor. Stick with us live on FS1.
All right, so we're just kind of hanging out here, and we're under a red flag due to lightning, due to that storm right there. That no, that's later on tonight. Hold on a second. We are this storm right here that blew up. Luckily, it didn't blow up over the track, but it caused some lightning bolts and it's moving out. But it looks like we should be able to get the race rest back in here. So, not bad for being new. He said. So was he a ARCA driver? I don't know I don't know much about him. Brendan Queen, is he like an ARCA driver? What is he? Larson put up a fast time. He's in 6th place right now, 232 miles an hour. Crazy. I hope Queen gets a top 5, man. It'd be something if he could. Race Cars Tour. Something in the water. But we're under a red flag right now due to lightning. No rain, just lightning in the area, which is about 30 minutes. So hopefully we got about maybe 20 minutes if there wasn't any more lightning. The storm is moving away from the track, so that is a good thing. But of course they have to ask everybody to leave the stands and go have you a hot dog or a hot dog or whatever. But thanks for watching today. Appreciate y'all hanging out. If you guys want to watch go check this out here. Let's see here. Check this out if you like. And then come back. This is our paint scheme vlog if you would like to check that out. Videos. Sure. Copy. All right. Here is our paint scheme and race weekend preview. Check it out. All right, so there's the pinned message if you guys want to go check that out while you wait on the rain or the lightning delay. But we're going to listen in to the FS1 broadcast as we hang out.
Pitted or did not.
I'm going to get something to eat.
And was able to
listen in,
the lead and
enjoy.
I'll
be right back.
Get that stage win.
Well, like Ty said in his interview there in the truck, is kudos to Goodyear for bringing such a strong tire that has basically zero fall off. If it had fall off, they'd have had to pit to keep up with everybody else. But Joe Shear, crew chief, said let's roll the dice a little bit. Tires aren't falling off. Let's keep the lead.
Gotta love the old roll of the dice. Speaking of rolling the dice, going into this race, there was a lot of talk about the repave. What was this going to mean for the teams? What was this going to mean for the racing product? What do you think of what we've seen thus far?
Well, we've seen a lot of trucks be able to move forward really quickly. You know, I look at Corey Heim. He started 12th, and he was able to drive up into the top 3 before the end of that first stage and before pitting. But that just means there's options, right? If he can pass people, then you can run the bottom, you can run the top. But I did see kind of ending that stage that a lot of trucks have migrated toward the top, and we may see it get tougher to pass as the top rubbers in and it moves up higher. Maybe make it more and more difficult to use that bottom, as you talked about in our pre-race.
Yeah, you know, and I spoke to Grant Enfinger yesterday, and we were talking about the groove moving up. In practice yesterday, it was only halfway up. Well, now we saw Ross Chastain. He was like 10 feet from the wall in 3 and 4, so it's moving way up. But the reason for that, the reason they're getting their speed up there is the gearing in the trucks is not where it needs to be to run low. It really bogs the motors down. So the higher they can run, the faster, the more RPMs that motor is going to keep, and the faster they're going to go.
Matt Crafton bogged down there on the apron?
He bogged down because he got a little loose hitting that apron.
Yes, it's been interesting to say the least. Also in race day earlier, we talked about best average finish on the short tracks for some of the guys to always keep an eye on. Ty Majeski was on the list, of course. So too was Corey Heim, who's been impressive already. Grant Enfinger and Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes has 2 short track wins already this year, looking for number 3. What have you seen out of him so far?
Well, he led every lap that he was, he started on the pole, was able to lead all the laps until he pitted. Obviously on a little bit different pit strategy than the 98, as we keep talking about. But we said in the pre-race that was going to be really difficult for these teams because of what you said, the fall off. Lap 57, I think, was one of Christian's fastest laps, and we never see that, right? At least a couple tenths of fall off at most tracks, but here they were literally running some of their fastest laps at lap 57 to 60, which is incredible with these trucks. But Christian Eckes, early in the race showed that he had speed right out of the gate. He pulled out to maybe a 2-second lead, and we saw Ross Chastain start cutting that down as the run went on. But really good truck for Christian Eckes.
Yeah, what have you seen out of Christian, not just in this race, but the whole 2024 campaign?
Well, I think that we've seen the maturity come to a new level. And I think we've seen that today. Yesterday in practice, after practice, even pre-race, he mentioned it. He really wasn't happy with his race truck. He didn't think he had a truck to go out and win this race with. But he, like you said, started on the pole, got the lead, paced himself, kept him going, picking off lap trucks, and kept the lead. So obviously they fixed their truck, worked on it. We'll see what he does here in the rest of the race.
So another driver who's been really strong throughout the course of the year, kind of coming into his own, would be Tanner Gray. We've seen him doing pretty good so far in this race. What do you think about his performance so far and also throughout the course of the season?
Yeah, really for both of the Gray brothers, we've seen improvement. For Taylor, it seems more consistent. For Tanner, started further toward the front this weekend, and he's been able to hold on to that. But I look at both of these guys as this season's so important to them because they're being compared to their teammate Corey Heim so often. And right here we saw it took Corey 5-6 laps to figure out how to get by Tanner, and he finally got position on the outside, but he tried on the bottom for many laps before that. So for Tanner to be able to hold on to that track position that he started the day with, that's really important for this team.
Yeah, Tanner's really struggled the first part of this season, and the last 2 weeks, Kansas and Darlington, really big turnaround, racing in the top 10, competitive, racing in the top 5 a lot. And we've seen that today. He's got a good truck. He started toward the front. And I think that, those 2 good runs, it's going to give you a boost, right? Mentally, you have to. And it's paying off today.
But they say his momentum is everything in this sport. But absolutely. You mentioned his teammate, Corey Heim. And you're obviously involved with Corey and different elements in his career. How do you think Corey even helps elevate his own teammates?
Well, he sets the bar, right?
It's pretty
have somebody setting the bar high, but it shows what the potential is. And we talked about his demeanor earlier. I talked with Zippy at Kansas when I was there at the track, and he just said, hey, man, he's no drama. He's a young race car driver, but he acts really mature, and he gives us really good information. And if you listen to Corey on the radio, he's very precise with what he says. He doesn't use a lot of words. I guess I should say concise instead of precise, but he, he's able to get information across and help that team build. And when you have a young driver that is able to get the most out of the truck, it helps steer the ship on what you need. So Matt Pusha, that runs the team for David Gill and or is the competition director, when they have those competition meetings and you talk with Corey Heim and you listen to his feedback, you can run with that. You can actually chase that rabbit down the trail.
Well, I'm going to break it down just a little simpler than that. Ego is a very powerful emotion, and everybody wants to be the big dog on the porch. And when you have teammates and you're in that shop and you're in those competition meetings, you want to be standing there beating your chest, said, I was the best guy last week.
Yeah.
Right? Ego's powerful, man.
Right. Okay. So who's the big dog on the porch so far?
I guess Todd is in the room.
I love the whole ego mention. The top 5 so far, guys, in stage 1. Let's take a look at where they stack up thus far in this race. Here they are. Ty Majeski, who we've talked about a bit, right now first. Ben Rhodes, second. Raja Caruth. That's impressive because Raja started a little deeper in the field. There's Taylor Gray, who we've talked about, along with Corey Heim. What do you think about Raja methodically making his way to the front.
Well, again, we go back to pit strategy. He's another one of those trucks that did not pit. Back to Taylor Gray, I think, is the last one that did not pit. But again, this track just offers that opportunity because the tires are going to hang on. And I'm curious to see who's going to try to make it all the way through the end of the second stage without pitting, because you could probably do that on tires. I don't know about fuel. It depends on caution laps and all that, but on tires, you definitely could.
Absolutely. But being able to stay out, and I want to give a little credit where credit's due. You got to have a good handling truck. You got to have confidence that those tires are going to stay under and you can keep it up front. These crew chiefs have done a great job, and Chad Walters and Rajah working together this year have come so far. I spoke with Rajah yesterday, and he's really pumped up about his race team and working with Chad. He thinks they've got something that they can race into the playoffs with and keep this momentum going.
Rajah, of course, advanced to the playoffs by virtue of that win out at Las Vegas, his first career win in the Truck Series. We'll have more coverage from the Craftsman Truck Series race out there at North Wilkesboro. It looks promising, guys. We're still under this little lightning hold currently, but some contact for the defending champion of Ben Rhodes. Oh, getting a little dicey there. We'll break this down right after this.
All right, so like she said, we were in a lightning delay. I jinxed it when I said at least we don't have any lightning in that storm, and it's my fault. So continue to help us hit the like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes. If we can get that knocked out, if you haven't hit the like button for us. If you like what you see and you hear today, please give us a thumbs up. We're trying to get to 100 likes on the stream, so appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. And then thank you. Something in the water says Queen used to race late models at Langley Speedway in Hampton, Virginia. Not too bad, as he's in his first truck race, running 12th at North Wilkesboro. Butterbean Queen is a star in the Junebug Owned Cars Tour. There you go. So we'll see how it does. But right there on the radar is what we're looking at right now, as that series of cloud storms are making their way north of the track and to the east as it moves out. So hopefully, there it moves on. Luckily, it did not hit us. And don't look like there's anything else rain. There's just a little rain, and then it blows up later on tonight. So who knows about the heat races tonight, y'all? Who knows about the heat races? That says 7 o'clock. So I think they could get the heat races over by then, because 7 o'clock, it is looking pretty bad. That's 7 o'clock tonight. This is right now, as we're moving on here, as these storms are going to move to the east. Luckily, it did not pour on top of the track. So just wait on a commercial break here. We'll let you listen into the broadcast here when it comes back. But that is what we're dealing with right now, is rain. No rain, just lightning. Y'all hit the like Martha in Miami catching you today. Thanks for this. You're welcome. One world goal, one goal. You're welcome. So there is that. So this next weekend, next Friday night, we'll be doing truck races from Charlotte. And then Saturday, we'll be doing the Xfinity race from Charlotte. And then Sunday, the Coke 600. Man, it's going to be fun, the Coke 600. And then also the Indy 500 tomorrow on Sunday morning. Next week's Coke 600 will be a struggle for me when it comes to rooting for drivers. So there it is. Hope it moves on out. Looks like it's losing its strength too, but as it moves out. That's where we're at right now, as it's moving away. Hopefully we can get cars back on the track. Here we go.
Lightning moving through the area. Here's a look at the top 5 where they stand as of right now with stage 1 complete. Ty Majeski there with the stage 1. Ben Rhodes, the defending champion, in second. Rajah Caruth, your Las Vegas winner, in third. Taylor Gray, a driver still looking for his first truck win, in fourth. Corey Heim, who's a multi-winner in the series, currently in fifth. So it's already been exciting and eventful, as you guys have talked about so far in this race. And we just saw Ben Rhodes, where he ended up right at this point in the race.
All right, I'll let y'all listen in.
For Ben Rhodes earlier with a little contact. These guys just kind of slicing and dicing out there. Let's take a look at what we saw earlier in the race with Ben Rhodes. Guys, what did you see here?
Well, we said it's a multi-group racetrack,
Jake.
and all of a sudden everybody is fighting for the same real estate here. So Ty Majeski, Ben Rhodes, obviously teammates. Ty's trying to stay on the bottom, slides up just a little bit, but Brett Holmes really, I think, was just pinching him up on exit. Obviously gets that right front damage on Ben Rhodes there. Unfortunate for him because it's enough damage to probably have a small impact on his aero on that truck.
Oh, absolutely. That right fender is not there anymore, and we know what that does aero-wise. It's going to make a push. But I kind of see that whole thing as a little bit of a racing incident.
A racing deal?
A racing deal. You know, I think that Ty got under Ben. Ben was already set up to go under Brett and come off the corner, and there just wasn't enough room. They just slid into each other. But Ben, even though with this thing pushing, you know it's got to be pushing with this right front fender gone, he's still making time. He's still decent lap times. You can see right here that he wants to slide up in the middle, but you know, Ben's strong, and they'll get it adjusted and figured out. It'll be okay.
I heard him come on the radio right away and said, man, we got to get a piece on there. We got to do something.
Do something.
And I don't know if it's mental, because at short tracks, you wouldn't think that aero would be a big component, but as soon as the driver knows that right front fender's gone, you got to do, just tell him you put some duct tape on it.
Yeah, we fixed it. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, just do your job out there. I want to talk about Ben Rhodes, though, for a minute, because as I mentioned, he is the defending champion, but it's been a bit of a slow start for him this season. Now, he is coming off his best finish of the year just last time out at Darlington. But what do you think we've seen out of that team so far?
Yeah, it's been a struggle this year for Ben Rhodes. No top fives up until Darlington. Obviously had that crew chief change. I don't think that impacted the finish at Darlington as much, just because it was so late when they made that change. You know, the trucks are already ready to go to the track. But, you know, to build confidence with your team, you know, for Ben, he's used to this. It's happened a few times, but to build confidence with good runs right out of the gate, I think that's so important. And you know that group really well to know that, right, Todd?
Yeah, exactly. I think, you know, this is one of those decisions that's tough for an owner and a GM to make, right? Because you know the success that Rich, Lucia's crew chief, and Ben had together, championships and wins. And last year we saw bring Rich over to get him to the championship round, and it worked. So for Duke Thorson and David Pepper to make this decision, it had to be tough. But at the same time, they got two trucks that aren't running well. So what do you do? Well, let's mix it up a little bit. You know, let's put Rich with Jake and Doug with Ben and see what happens. And last week it actually worked out good. Ben ran well, and Jake was actually running really well. Got some little trouble at the end, didn't get the finish that he deserved, but who knows? We'll see how it goes. It's worked for him in the past. Maybe
I was going to say, the old classic crew chief change that we've grown accustomed to. The old swapperoo with Ben Rhodes. Okay, there's some unique faces in the field today, some even bigger competitors in the mix. Take a look at them here. Ross Chastain, who, of course, has been very strong in the Truck Series over the years. A Cup Series regular is there. Connor Jones. Brendan Queen turning some heads. Sammy Smith, one of the Xfinity Series regulars in the race. Dawson Sutton and Clayton Green. So those are some irregulars and their stage one finishes, as you will see here. Ross Chastain, the best of that group. So who are you watching from that list?
Well, Ross was making really good speed.
Yes, he
started in the front, started third, was up to second, and he was moving the group higher than anybody else I saw. Obviously, there's marbles up there, and you want to be careful of that, but Ross Chastain has all my confidence to say he's the guy that can go push that limit and find out how high you can go, and that's the reason he's running this truck race, right? He's got the All-Star race this weekend, and he wants to learn everything he can, and I think he's doing that right now. But there's a lot of other names on that list. I look at Dawson Sutton, who's already come to pit road a couple times to try to work on that 26 truck to get it to the front, and then Brendan Queen, right, Todd? He's making his way to the front.
He's my pick.
Brendan Queen. I know.
And I like what Brendan's done. If you watch the first stage, you know, he took his time. He never got in a rush, passed one truck at a time, and had good speed doing it. And he worked himself into the top 15. I think that it shouldn't be Butterbean. It ought to be Brendan Lightning Queen.
Or McQueen.
Wow.
Well, I wasn't going to say
completely
McQueen.
changed his nickname.
But I knew going into this race, especially I watched him in practice yesterday. His
Lightning
experience on a
McQueen.
short track and in those late model style cars on the East Coast, Southeast, this is what it's about. Short track racing, tight quarters, traffic all the time, making good quality passes, and that's what he's done this whole first stage. And I'm excited to see what he can do the rest of this race now that he's toward the front and has the opportunity to race some better trucks.
Yeah, that short track experience, of course.
Thanks
so
for that
important
subscribe.
at
Appreciate
many
that.
places we go. Big picture. We talked earlier in the pre-race show. This is a big 5-race stretch for these Truck Series teams. It started at Kansas, then to Darlington, North Wilkesboro, then to Charlotte, then to to St. Louis. Why is it so important to have a really solid 5 weeks in preparation for the postseason that's not that far away?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Exactly,
to think in May
Trey.
that we already talk about postseason.
You got
in the
you a
Truck
Lightning
Series, but
McQueen.
Momentum is
Good
so
job.
key, and it's not often that these drivers get to be behind the wheel multiple weeks in a row. And if you have a bad week at Kansas, you had the next 4 races to look ahead to. So the drivers that took advantage of Kansas and Darlington are now rolling into this part of the 5-race stretch. They're rolling with that momentum. You've had some drivers who've had a good race and a bad race, and they're trying to figure that out. But here at North Wilkesboro, you still have Charlotte coming up. You still have St. Louis coming up. And those races are really important to the types of tracks that we're going to see coming up in the playoffs.
Exactly. That's what I believe. I think this stretch is really important because it is 5 totally different types of racetracks, right? And if you have a weakness, if you have a racetrack or a type of track that you just don't have a good setup or the driver doesn't have a good feel, that's your chance to figure it out and make sure you work on it to get yourself, when you go into these playoffs, to a point where you're a lot stronger.
You definitely want to be one of these teams that capitalizes in these 5 weeks and does not fall behind. Okay, right now we are currently under a weather delay out there at North Wilkesboro, but we are feeling very optimistic that hopefully the Lightning has
Brendan
moved
Lightning Queen.
Brendan Lightning McQueen.
Exactly. I hope that nickname picks up. We will have more coverage, of course, after this, and join the guys once again in the booth. We'll be right back.
Thanks for that. Appreciate that. Sorry about that. Yes, so hopefully coming back to the green here pretty soon. We've been under caution and red flag. Thank you for letting me know. They do have rain tires. We're not under a rain delay. We're under a lightning delay. I don't have a lightning sign. But as you can see, rain delay. Storm was pretty close to us. It could have dumped some pretty good water on us, but it did not. But later on tonight, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to get this going, get it in. But thank you, Mandalorian. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Sometimes I hit the mute while I was sitting here eating while they were talking. So hopefully coming back to the booth, hopefully get a yellow and then green, and then we're about 60 laps from halfway. 40 laps from halfway. So if it does rain after halfway, I guarantee they'll call the race. So the cars are gonna have to do some challenging, some gambling, and see what happens. But 81 laps complete, 169 laps to go. We're in stage 2 under a lightning delay due to a storm that was north of the field, and I jinxed it. So. Well, thanks for the subscribes. Thanks for the likes. Try to get to 100 likes if you haven't hit the like button yet. We're at 82 likes. We're 18 away from 100. 18 likes away from 100. 17 now. 17 likes away. And then later on this afternoon, we're going to be doing the heat races on FS2.
Speedway. We're in a weather delay for the Craftsman Truck Series today. Racing for the 10th time in 2024. It's the Wright Brand 250. Came back here last year for the first time in 27 years. So nice to make a return as this revival continues here in Wilkes County, North Carolina, with Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. There's a look at the 45 of Ross Chastain, won last Friday night in Darlington, South Carolina. And when you look at the trucks that have multiple drivers, there are a few that have really stood out so far in 2024. The 1 to 7, and as I said, the 45, all have been strong.
Yeah, the thing I like about the 1 is they've had 4 different drivers get top 10 finishes, which is pretty amazing. As competitive as the series is, you see their best finish is 5th twice, but again, those top 10s with 4 different drivers.
And then you put Kyle Busch in anything, and you're going to expect to put a win mark in the win column. He's done it twice. So the 7 trucks strong, excuse me. And then what Ross did at Darlington was awesome. What a great race it was late. He did a good job there.
Hangs around in a big restart, Michael.
Yeah, you put him in that position. We said it on the broadcast. I wouldn't want to go against him anywhere.
98 must be running the option tire.
Away, and he's going to march to it.
And we talked about the fact that Tom
Must be,
had a
because
5-second lead.
he said he ain't coming in until after stage 2.
Brought on this restart, and Ross got it done.
Ross delivering in overtime, so you look at the breakdown of what they've accomplished so far this year. The one name that really stands out to me is Caden Honeycutt.
And he'll be on those tires
been impressive, but you look at the numbers here, and he'll be back in the truck on Friday.
140 laps.
Yeah, 4 top 10 finishes for Caden Honeycutt. Nice as a whole only has 6 top 10s, 4 by Caden Honeycutt, and the 2 by Ross, that 5th place finish earlier this year at Coda, and then the win at Darlington.
And that 4th place finish by Caden could have easily been a win. He was one of the fastest.
It's going to come a flood tonight. That's around 7 o'clock tonight.
And that's the first time he had ever executed a green flag pit stop, and really did an unbelievable job. But just a slight bobble here and there by the crew and him, and that's what ends up being the difference. As you said, could have won the race, ends up finishing 4th, and we look forward to seeing him back on another 1.5 miles on Friday evening, and we expect that he'll be really good. In fact, you got to give a lot of credit when you look at Nice and all their success. 9 wins all time, including what Ross did last Friday night.
Well, he could go so far because of the restrictor plate
on the pit box, and we remember all the success.
James is Chase Elliott driving one of the trucks today? No, he's not. That's Charlotte.
And of course,
he's driving the 17 car in Charlotte.
That, 45 truck up front, but I think the story
17 truck in Charlotte next week.
A lot about Tricon, a lot of speed for those Toyotas. They've done a good job. And then, like you said, the trucks that have multiple drivers. It's fun to get to see these fresh faces and guys getting in a truck that, say, Kyle Busch has won in. They know the truck's capable of winning. It gives them the opportunity to go out and show what they've got.
And I love the fact that the job that these teams do on pit road. We saw Christian Eckes come in as a leader. Corey Heim beat him off of pit road. Corey Heim's truck is in the top 10 all year long of average pit stops.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. 17 is Xfinity.
Trucks, the 17 and the 5 are first.
Chase is running the 17 in the Xfinity race next weekend. My bad. Thank you, Bronny.
Pit road.
So frustrating here at North Wilkesboro. Had a little rain, but now it's lightning that has delayed our progress. Stage 1 is done. Ty Majeski is the leader. And we've had another reset to the lightning clock, so we're going to go to some contingency program. It's Earnhardt versus
Oh my
Gordon,
gosh, another
unrivaled.
30
We'll keep you
minutes.
posted on what's happening here at North Wilkesboro.
Rhode Island mapping, what's up? As we're under another reset on the lightning, I guess. So it's going to be another 30 minutes. So we'll let you listen into this Dale Jr. interview. And I'm going to go off cam for a little bit. Enjoy.
you don't need the same Duracell batteries that help power Williams Racing. Until you do. Duracell is a proud partner of Williams Racing.
There's nothing better than the Subway Series footlong, except when you add an all-new footlong sidekick, like the $2 footlong churro covered in cinnamon sugar deliciousness, or the $3 footlong.
You're my favorite.
They went to a commercial. They went to a commercial without me. Bummer, bummer. All right, let me refresh this. So we're still under a red flag, y'all. Appreciate the ones hanging out here. John, thank you for the live broadcast. You're welcome. Go Raj. So we're under a lightning delay, not rain. But we're right now hanging out here. So I'll be right here. I'm going to eat some stuff here and enjoy, as I'll be bringing back here the commercial break here in a second. You're listening to Dale Earnhardt versus Jeff Gordon on FS1 as they're into their rain broadcast. I seen that Eddie Gossage passed away. I think Gossage is one that put the lights in Charlotte so they could do the All-Star race at Charlotte. And they could start the 600 later. I've been to one 600. I saw Martin Truex Jr. win. Saw Denny dominate that day. He took the lead 5-6 times, kept on getting in wrecks or penalties. But I got to go to the 600 for the first time. But we're under a lightning delay. We had a 30-minute lightning delay, and then they had another lightning strike. So that it's every time the lightning strike hits, it's 30 minutes. As well as the Texas Motor Speedway as well. Next Sunday, Coke 600, y'all. Last year we had the rain delay. Remember that? We had the rain delay at the Coke 600, and then we finished our stream with 5 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, right under the 6-hour time frame that you can only have before you can't edit anything. So right now we're at 1 hour and 59 minutes. But I think if we get going here, I think we should be all right. And then I got to double check the time on the heat races. I thought they were at 5:30, but they might be at 4:30. You doing Indy? Yeah, Mark, I decided there's an IndyCar app that you can pay $9.99 for, and it gives you in-car cameras. It gives you a picture of the track with the cars going around it, plus the full field rundown. So I think we'll be doing that. Especially Kyle Larson's in it. We'll be there for history, and then take a break in the middle of the day, and then come back and do the 600. That's the plan as of right now. Now, tomorrow I won't be doing anything, but I'm thinking about showing the All-Star race in our Discord. So if you haven't joined our Discord, make sure you do. I'm probably going to show the All-Star race in our Discord in a voice chat room where you guys will have live chat and everything. So, all right, back to it.
And accomplished a lot.
Went on the Intimidator. It was pretty cool, like 96 mile an hour or something like that.
At KFC, grab 2 pieces of hot, juicy chicken, a side of...
All right, so we are under our lightning delay here in North Wilkesboro as we're just waiting for another lightning strike happened about 20 minutes ago, I guess. So we're under a lightning delay. It's 30 minutes after the lightning delay. What's up, Amy? What's going on? Hello, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. But I was just chowing on some food. But the blue dot is North Wilkesboro. And that's about 7 o'clock tonight. So the heat races need to be over by then. And they come in like that. But this is it right now. I don't see anything going to prevent us from not starting. But then about 5:30, some more rain. So we'll see what happens here. But hope everybody's doing well today. Appreciate y'all hanging out here during the rain delay. As we're just waiting on the decision by NASCAR what's going to happen here. We're now under halfway, but they also got to figure out, like, they got to get the heat races in as well, so they might just call this because of lightning. I don't know, because they're running out of time. So we'll see what happens here. But the Wright Brand 250, Ty Majeski in the lead, Carruth. The first stage was won by Majeski, but there was a caution about 5 laps before the stage, and all the leaders came in. Chastain and Christian Eckes, they chose to stay. They went to the pits. So, but Ty Majeski and Raj Carruth and Corey Heim, Ty Majeski, Raj Carruth are on old tires. So we'll see what happens here. But as soon as it comes back, we'll let you listen in again. But I am here. I'm watching the chat and just eating some food as we're waiting on this to get back. We're only 81 laps into this race. 160 to go, about 40 laps to go to halfway. 40 laps to go to halfway. So we'll see what happens. We're supposed to do the heat races as well, but I don't know if the radar is going to help it or not. They might just go by what they have in qualifying. So Joey Logano won the pole today for the All-Star race. He's also on the pole for P1 for Heat 1. And then Keselowski is on the pole for Heat 2 today as well. So, but thank you guys for getting us to 100 likes. Appreciate that. It's always fun to get 100 likes. And all the love tonight. Some subscribers today as well. We definitely won't be streaming it all tomorrow. I got graduation and all that. So, but if I get home in time, we're going to show the race in our Discord. So if you guys would like to join our Discord so you have that available, we're going to be showing the race in the Discord. In our voice chat, and you'll have your own chat and all that. That's the goal for tomorrow. Unless it rains out and they're doing it on Monday night. That would be cool if they could do it on Monday night. 107 likes. Thank you guys so much. Keep on hitting the like button. Keep hitting the subscribe. We're 6 away from 12,725 on the subscribes. 12,725. And then Richard, I think it's Redeem Brad. But here we go.
Truck Series here at North Wilkesboro, and then we were placed on a lightning hold, and now it's raining on the short track here in Wilkes County. So we will continue to watch the weather and hopefully eventually return to the green flag. And when we do, Ty Majeski will be our race leader. Still got those all-star heat races tonight as well on FS2. It's all weather permitting.
All right, y'all. I am not going to sit here through that.
After a break on FS1.
So now it's raining. Where's the lightning degree? Now we're in a rain delay. That is not good. Let's take a look at the radar here, but I think I'm going to sign off because I can't just sit here. I got stuff to do. Let's see here. Let's take a look to see what's going on here. but it is raining. There's the Brad. Uh-oh, refresh. You're welcome, Richard. Yeah, I think I'm going to go. I mean, it's no telling when we're going to come back to racing, and they might not even come back because of the heat races at 4 o'clock Eastern, which is, or 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central, which is another hour and a half. But right there's the rain. I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Now it's raining, so they might just push this till Monday or tomorrow morning and finish this race. But there is where we're at right now with the rain. Ty Majeski. But I hate to end it, but I don't think anytime soon. It's going to take a while for the track to dry. There's no sun. It's going to be a while. So I hate to end this. I hate to end it, but I got some stuff I need to do. And I was hoping that we'd go back racing here pretty soon. But with 81 laps, Ty Majeski's in the lead. We've had a good race, but no telling how long it's going to take for this to come back. And NASCAR doesn't really tell you anything other than they just let things go. So let's see here. Let me see something real quick. See if NASCAR is saying anything on their... let's go to the NASCAR website and see if they're saying anything on the scanners, because we do have the scanners. So let's see here. See if they're saying anything on our scanners for the NASCAR. You're welcome. Thank you, Richard, for modding for me tonight. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Thanks, Mark. And look for us this afternoon. We have that stream up on the thing. So let's see. Let's scanner audio. Let's just see let's see what they're saying here. Let's see. Are they saying anything? No, there's no scanners. Yeah, they turned it off. So, all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for hanging out to us. So sorry we couldn't bring the whole finish of the race, but I got a lot of stuff to do. I'd sit here for hours and hours and hours and just sitting here, but it is what it is. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Thank you so much for the likes. Got us over 100 likes. And good luck. We'll see if they run this. I don't think they're going to run it. I think they're just going to be like, we're going to run this tomorrow morning. We got other stuff we need to do tonight. We got to get this track ready. They got to get fans in there and all that stuff. I don't think they're going to run this thing. And Lightning McQueen. It's Brandon Lightning McQueen's fault. Even though I said Lightning, that is why. So, all right, there it is, y'all. Hope you have a good night. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you here in a little bit for the heat races. We won't go live until we know what's happening with the rain and all that stuff. So until then, thank you so much. Gotcha and True was Googling it. This came out of 2019. Some reason I missed it. Soon cool to hear while getting together in the kitchen. Yeah, so hopefully we can have something tonight. Keep your fingers crossed for our heat races tonight. And then tomorrow we'll do in the Discord for the NASCAR All-Star Race. All right, y'all. My name is CeeLo. Thanks to my lovely Lori Spain for everything that she does. I want to thank my mods, my members, all the members who give their hard-earned money back to our channel. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Even sitting here, 120 plus, we're sitting here watching the rain delay, watching nothing. And that's huge to me. So I want to thank you guys. We'll see you soon. Keep an eye out. We'll see you. I don't think they're going to go back racing anytime soon. We'll see you later. Bye.